Good morning and welcome to this time of worship. It's really been quite a substantial week. I wasn't quite sure where to start. I started my work quite early for this service, and by the middle of the week was well on with it before I knew about the worst of the storms coming. Well, they've come, and of course, homes are already being evacuated on the northeast of Scotland and various other places throughout the country. So I wasn't quite sure where to start this morning, but I certainly hope that, if nothing else, that we can bring some calm to this time of worship and think about those, you may be one of them, who's been affected by flooding. And of course, we know by news of recent years that floods take time to resolve. Houses may not be fit to live in for months to several years. So it really is quite a time of worry and concern. And of course, those who've been swept away by the floods, possibly out walking and not expecting it as bad as it was, but there we go. So I hope even the opening piece of music has helped to calm our souls before the rest of the service takes place. I can barely say it's good morning, but in other places, troubles continue to take place as well. Families dispersed in the Middle East. Many more have been killed as they flee. They go about with fear now etched on their faces. We are seeing, dare I say, lifeless bodies dug from the pit of bombed buildings. War. Well, war is more often in the news than out of it these days. And it's in times such as this that we don't know what lies ahead of us, and it's just as well. When I put pen to paper, so to speak, for this, I'll never forget the then Prime Minister Boris Johnson declaring in a message to the nation to stay at home and not to do so was by necessity only. The pandemic, of course, had arrived, and we now know only too well what the next couple of years would wreak upon us. Yes, it's just as well, let me say it again, that we don't know what lies ahead. There were many prayer vigils during the pandemic. Prayer vigils went up before God, as many were to lose their lives through the following months. Well, the world almost ground to a halt, at least it felt that way at the time, and now we have post-COVID. And yet again, it is better that we don't know what lies around the next corner. Today is far more important. So let's take the message I'm sharing with you. Live for the day and experience the blessing of God as you do. We move on then to our first hymn for this service this morning. Now thank we, O Lord God.